They took everything. We deserve to be here. That's why we need to have support. African American people. So now it's African American people that you need their support. You see how it works? A lot of people came here from all parts of this globe, right? African Americans have been here for years dealing with these demons and devils. When you get here, they try to give you a hint and be like, look, you don't want to do that with them. But guess what a lot of immigrants do? They don't listen. They do what they think is right and do things to please these devils. Like that chef in Miami. You saw what he did? You saw what that chef in Miami did? Now ICE is at his restaurant picking up his employees, and he said that he may have to close some of his businesses. Get what I'm saying? Do you think an African American told him to vote for Trump? I don't think so. You dig? A lot of these folks I've never seen standing up for one even social issue in regards to African Americans. A lot of people who come to America, I've never seen them standing up for African Americans when anything happened in the black community. Whether it's police brutality or just outright injustice, social issues. The truth has to be told. I rarely see people outside of the African American community standing up for African Americans. Rarely see that. You dig what I'm saying? But guess what? Now that Trump have his immigration raids going on, everybody want to pile on to African Americans. Somali nationals in Minnesota got problems. They start screaming, oh, where's African Americans? Palestinians got problem. They start to scream, oh, African Americans ain't saying nothing. Africans got problems. They start to scream, where's African Americans? Haitians got problem. Caribbean people on a whole, they got problem. They start to scream, oh, African Americans ain't saying nothing. African Americans are tired of some of you. Tired of some of you. That's the truth if you really want to know. They're tired of some of you. Caribbean and all, Palestinian, this African Americans are really tired of you because they told you which way to go. They've been dealing with these demons for hundreds of years. A lot of you live in different countries or come from different countries in the Caribbean and parts of Africa where you ain't got to deal with these devils on a daily basis. You don't deal with them. They deal with them every day. They know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So when they tell you something, listen. That's what I did. Listen. And I talked to a lot of older African American people who've been here doing this shit for years. I listen to what they tell me. You understand? Yeah. And it's served me well so far. You dig what I'm saying? The truth has to be told. A lot of you, I've never ever seen speaking about one issue that affect the African American community on a whole. I've never seen like standing up for African Americans. Now, African Americans are supposed to throw everything in the air and come and save people, speak up on your behalf, and do all that shit. It don't work like that, my friend. You know what I'm saying? And that's why my message is always, you have to stand up in one unified fight. The people who want to stay along and wrestle it out at the bottom, don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. You have to stand in one unified fight. You know what I'm saying? Two is stronger than one. You see? Form these alliances so when these difficulties come up, you can get the help that you need. You understand what I'm saying? Don't wait until it gets to these parts where, okay, Trump is doing what he's doing. African Americans are tired. They're tired. They're tired because people don't listen. They're frustrated. They know the danger. that was coming. And most of them try to warn you guys. You know what I'm saying? But look what Chef in Miami did. That chef in Miami. You saw what he did? He said he thought he was a businessman. That's why he voted for Trump. Yeah. And he's from Haiti. He did that. You know what I'm saying? And now African Americans are supposed to put on a cake and come and save people. That's not right. Yeah, that's not right. Okay? Support those who support you. And those who support you, you need to support. Okay? Peace.
With the mass deportation that is going on in the US of people of minority group, like I always tell folks, African Americans are not minority groups. They are the foundation pillars of America. And so you came and you met them. They are not migrating. They are not migrants. And so you're coming from somewhere and you're going obviously back to where you came from. But these guys, this is their home. And usually they don't hear whether they are Mexicans, Hispanians, Latinos. You have racial laws that you use in describing black Americans. And unlike the narratives that have been told, they are not minority group. Actually, they are the majority group because they were on ground when they came there. Forget whatever you were told during the cross-Atlantic slave trade. That is not the reality. And now, you identify with the whiteness, you want proximity with the whiteness, and guess what? It has not paid. And the black Americans are like, we told you that. Now all of this is happening and you want them to come to your rescue. You want the black communities to, come to your defense, and they don't understand. Why should we speak up for you guys? Why would we, fight for you guys? When you guys are always used to betraying us, backstabbing us, and it's only when you are in crisis you remember, oh, we seem to share something in common. We seem to share some sense of brotherhood or oneness of community. And that is what this video is about. We're looking at a couple of videos and some of other videos we're going to look at. All credit to the original content creators. You can give our videos a thumbs up, like, a subscription. So we'll dive back into the video. At the end of the day, we'll give you our commentary. See you on the other side of the video.
I just want to say, watching these raids happen in LA right now, people voted for this. People voted for this. And I think right now, the black and the brown community, we need to come together. And we need to remember that they are the ones who made it us versus them. They put us against each other because if we're busy fighting each other, we don't put our eyes on them. We need to wake up. Everybody needs to wake up.
Girl, you need to wake up. Not the Hispanics calling on the black people for help. Really? Where were y'all during George Floyd? Where were y'all during Sandra Bland? Where were y'all during all of the white cops killing black people? Where were y'all? But y'all want us to come together. Really? Really? Why y'all calling on us? Why y'all calling on the black people? Why y'all not calling on Asians? They're a minority too. Why y'all calling for us? If you go on my page, you will see I made a post about how there was a Trump rally for Trump back in 2020, before he even got elected 4 years ago. And there was a crowd full of Hispanics. And the song was saying, I will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all want it. Y'all got it. Y'all got him into office. And now y'all want to double back and ask for help, calling all the African Americans to help. Like, come on now. We gonna stay out of this. We gonna stay as far away from this. Y'all can continue to riot and make yourselves look bad, but we gonna stay out of this.
Black Americans, have y'all noticed something? How we getting attacked by all these immigrant groups here in America? We getting attacked by the Mexicans. We getting attacked by the Africans. We getting attacked by the Caribbeans. We getting attacked by the Venezuelans. We getting attacked by all these, and even the Indians now coming at us sideways. Now that's crazy. Even the Indians coming out sideways. But what's funny, we tried to be allied to these people for decades on this land. For decades on this land. Now, we've been trying to tell them, like, listen, y'all trying to get close to whiteness. Them people don't like y'all. They gonna turn on y'all. Oh, shut up. You don't know no better. You work hard. You don't work hard. We work hard. They want us because we work hard. Now they getting a wake-up call. And guess what they doing? They running to black Americans for help. Hey, I thought we was brothers. What about the black and brown community? Hey, brother, me and you are African. Me and you are African. You my brother. You supposed to stand with us. That's what they doing now. It's a reason why them Africans keep telling us lately that we African. And reason why they saying that because they want to crowbar their way into black American society so they can be protected. No. At the beginning, y'all say we ain't African. Y'all say we ain't have no culture. Y'all say all these disparaging things. Now Trump getting some act right. Trump sending y'all back. Even the Haitians was very disrespectful to us on this app. Now, I met some cool Haitians in my life, and I'm sad to see some of my Haitian partners got to go back to Haiti. But Trump did say it's safe out there for y'all to go back. But I will fight for my friends in Haiti. That's Haitians. I'm trying to, let them come over here or something and hang out, and my Jamaican friends too, because I don't have no problem with Jamaicans too much, except on this app. But anyway, it's just mighty strange how disrespectful y'all have been to. Y'all disrespected our culture. Y'all disrespected our icons. Y'all disrespected our ancestors. Y'all disrespected our music. Y'all did all these things to us. And now y'all want us to help. My thing is, why y'all don't talk to the YT people? Those the ones that are deporting y'all. Those the ones that want y'all out of here. Why y'all not fighting towards them? Why y'all not focusing y'all attention on them? A Haitian should not come in my inbox cussing me out, talking about what I'm going to do when my family got to leave by September the 2nd. Why are you talking to me? Talk to your representative out there where you stay at. Don't message me about what's going on. It's crazy because we've been telling y'all about these people, and y'all do not want to fight back. Y'all don't want to fight back. Y'all want to mess with us. Nah, we ain't doing that. We're going to see how y'all can stand on y'all own 10 toes. That's for all those groups. Now, if I'm cool with you, I'm going to fight for you. But collectively, I'm not fighting for y'all. That's just keeping it real. And a lot of my FBA people disagree with me on that, but I live a real life. I have Hispanic friends. I have African friends. I'm cool with Haitian friends. I'm cool with all these people. But yeah, but anyway, y'all fight for yourself and hold y'all on this.
Am I the only one that didn't know that apparently Latinos were like begging black people for support and help now that Donald Trump is trying to deport? I did not know this. I just learned in the comment section, man, in one of my videos, man. They say, they was just asking us for help. Now they're blaming us for having DL men in their community. Like, what's going on over here? I was asking for help, man. So y'all know how to go down that rabbit hole. And apparently there's a whole bunch of Latinos, man, talking about black people. We need to unite. We need to come together. Trump is trying to get us out of here. It's us. Who the fuck is us? We legal. We ain't going nowhere. The worst thing we're gonna hear is somebody say go back to Africa, and we haven't heard that since the 90s. Listen, I can make fun of the situation, right? Because I don't got papers, right? The broski's an undocumented immigrant, but I've been dodging ICE since 1998 when we used to call it La Migra. And I'm out here in New York City, so I'm protected. Like the other day, they were closing in on me, right? They was about to arrest me, man. And 5 batshit crazy liberals, man, stopped walking their dogs and drinking their Starbucks, man. And they jumped at the ICE agents and said, "The broski, run!" And man, I took off running, bro. I've been running ever since, bro. Shit, they did not catch me, man. So I could talk confidently out here in New York City because I know these liberals ain't gonna allow these ICE agents to arrest me. I'm like, that's our fucking immigrant. He ain't going nowhere. But he shot 2 cops. We don't give a fuck, man. Those were his cops to shoot.
I mean, a good example actually is African Americans. I don't know if you can think of a people who were more held back, more deprived, more sabotaged than African Americans. You took everything away from them and took them away from everything. They started in your country at less than zero. Literally regarded and treated as subhuman. Not allowed to learn to read or write or anything for hundreds of years. But you see, they come from a people of accomplishment to one degree or another. Not a people of piracy and theft and appropriation. They come from a people who created and built and developed in their own countries, in their own land. And even though you did everything that you could possibly do to suppress them, to hold them down, to hold them back, and you're still doing that until today, nevertheless, I don't think anyone can dispute the fact that African Americans have become a global cultural superpower. Culturally, they're a superpower. Whatever cultural soft power that America has in the global South, it's African American.
Now the tables have turned, and it has turned in the favor of the black Americans. I said so, and I said that with beating my chest hard, because this is what is coming from years of simply ignoring black Americans' advice. You see, these guys have been in America. They know the system. They know it works. They know the back doors, the indoors. They know the weakness, the loopholes, the strategies of white supremacy, and they have been victims of it. They have suffered all kinds of deprivation, humiliation, subjugation, degradation, and they have metamorphosed, and they imagine to becoming a commendable and recommendable force on the international stage. Whatever you call the Americans and the cultures of the American is defined and is shaped around black Americans. They are the ones that have given the American system the name that it has in terms of food, in terms of fashion, in terms of music. It is the black American, the soul, the black music, the rap, the R&B. It's been black community. And if there's anyone who needs to advise any other community properly, it should be the black community. But it has been speaking, and one of the things that the black community has suffered from, especially those who are the minority, the immigrants, is derogatory words. You come into the US and you distance yourself from black Americans. You want proximity with whiteness, and now you are paying the price, because the black Americans have been trying to tell you guys, these guys are not your friends. I'm not saying all white people. These guys are going to use you. These guys are going to dump you, and you're going to feel the consequences of what you're doing. And now you said all kinds of things. You say black people don't have culture. You say black Americans don't know how to cook. Some of you came into the place, Haitians, they say black Americans are lazy, they don't work. And that is the reason why more opportunities are given to your people, because you guys are industrious, you guys are hardworking. And now the black American has been doing that over and over and over, fighting for people, fighting for individuals, groups that are not fighting for them or speaking up for them. And this is what happened even with the so-called Asian boycott. They just got to a point and they said, no, we're not going to be taking any of this disrespect from you guys. It is one thing for you to be in the Americans. It's another thing for you to disrespect us in the manner and the way that you guys are choosing to disrespect us. And so we're keeping back our black dollar. We're staying away from the glimpse, the limelight. We're staying away from the confrontation. We're staying away from the fights. We're staying away from the contention. And we're going to mind our business. And all of a sudden, you guys are coming to talk. Oh, you guys are quiet. You guys are not saying anything. What are you doing? You're just watching things go bad. Black Americans are saying this is what happens when you learned your lessons.
It's not a big deal,
with the
but sometimes we need
TPS
to
being
tell ourselves
revoked
the
and some of the
honest
Haitians that are left
And
are
many
having
times we are
anchor
caught up with the
monitors.
fact
You
that,
can't go
I'm
certain
in my
places, you can't go
30s, I'm
far.
in my
You
40s.
know,
I need to
African
settle down.
migrants who came,
That is
those
not
from
a crazy
Nigeria and the
person
likes,
for getting
you
married.
know, who
You
were
see, there's a
saying, you
difference
guys
between the wedding
don't
day
have culture and all
marriage
that style.
proper.
And all of a
The
sudden, you
wedding
now begin
is
to
an
sell
event.
the propaganda
Marriage
that
is
we
a
are all
lifetime
Africans and we are from
I
African,
did not prepare
descent.
well.
Because now
I
you
was
all
not
of it
mentored well.
discovering that
I didn't have the right
this
role
government,
models
this
to show
administration
me
is
what
after
it
you all. And
needed
the black Americans that say we're not buying into that lie, we're not buying into that deceit. You can't
to
sell
get
that
married.
trash to us, understand?
And so
When you
there was
guys
a
came
lot
in
of
here,
ups and
you were
downs.
all acting like you were
I
tough, you own the
fought my
tough, you
spouse
own the ground.
countless times.
And now
Even though I
it
meant
is not
it,
looking like it. You're
that I was
receiving
sorry,
a
but I
backlash
couldn't
of
just
what you
help
said. Some
myself.
of you even came
Because I
into the
grew up in
Americans
an
and began to say that
environment
they
where
too also
what
will
it
be
took
deported.
to be a
Deported to
man
where? I said that
in a
earlier.
marriage
If there's anybody
was
that
not
needs to be
modeled
deported,
to
it
me.
is you guys
And
that
so you
needs
may
to
be
be
watching
deported.
me
And that is
And
what
you
is
say, oh,
happening. They're kicking you
I'm in
out
my
from the
30s.
Americans. They're
I'm
kicking you
35.
out from
You're talking to
your
the men
years
because
of
most
labor
times
investment.
people who come online
Businesses are
always talk to
closing.
the ladies.
Livelihoods
I want
have
you to
ended.
take
Things that were
a
built
proper
around circles have
evaluation of
all
who you
collapsed.
are
Why? Because
and
you
where
do
you're
not
coming
heed
from.
to the
Do you
voice
take
of
what
foundational black
takes, rather,
Americans.
to
All
make
credit to
your
the
dream
original
happen?
content creators.
Do you
Thank
have
you
what
guys
it
for coming
takes,
around. If
the
you like
emotional
what we do, please
capacity,
can you give us a
intelligence,
thumbs up, give us a
capacity
notification,
to be able
give
to
us a subscription.
protect
This is sharing is caring.
and
Please kindly share. I
to
want to know what
be
your
the
thoughts or
husband of
opinion
our
are in the
dreams?
comment section. Trust to see you again
It's
on
sad
my
to
next
say,
video.